we're going to bring in our last audience, and that is manufacturers. And these are full manufacturer teams. So these are the product planners and the reps and the trainers and everyone involved for manufacturers. So my first question to you, Mike, on behalf of this audience is, what do you feel like sets a great manufacturer rep apart from the rest?
Oh man, it's very similar to the response I gave for salespeople. Just being there when things get tricky and hard and difficult, and when there's problems that show up, that's when you should show up. And even if you don't have an answer to the problem, just go alongside the salesperson, figure it out. And I mean, for me, I don't know if it's because I'm in the luxury space or not. I mean, I think this would go for any dealer in any space. Being creative as well, maybe it's a problem that falls within a policy and you're not allowed to solve that problem. Well, get creative, like help the dealer out. We're your customer, at the end of the day. So treat us like a customer, help them out, support them, be there for them. And good communication, just touch base and make sure you're there. Make sure people know your name and who their rep is for the brands. Believe it or not, that still happens sometimes. You're like, who's our rep again for this brand? So problem solving, is a big one.
And problem solving, and you opened up with responding. Just respond. Even just a response with, I'm on it. I got your message. I'm on it. Because I've been in situations where they've been like, well, I worked on this for a few days to try to help you. I don't know that you did that. I don't even know that you get my message. Just respond, say, got it, working on it, give me a day, I'll have an answer for you if it's not an emergency. But a responsive, communicative rep is huge. And at least for me, I found that the reps that were that way, I sold more of their product because I knew I'd get support and get helped out.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's, when you're selling things for a long time, salespeople tend to go with the path of least resistance, So if you're constantly hitting a wall, having issues, having, ETA issues, having service issues right out the box that aren't getting resolved, having, whatever, a spiff that just you can't get claimed, something as simple as that, just they tend to sell away from that brand. And same thing. If when I was doing it, I would sell away from the brand. And the rep that was in here, saying hi, just seeing how I'm doing, seeing if I need anything on a weekly or monthly basis. And we would sell them, still to this day, we sell that brand.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's a great tip for the reps.
Being present is a big thing. Yeah.
So we also have trainers in the audience. So these product trainers come into the showrooms periodically. Again, they're not the reps. What's some tips that you feel like trainers, or what do you wish trainers should stop doing, or what should they do more of?
Oh, this has been on my mind for a long time, and I haven't thought of it in a while till you just asked me that question. But I don't know, maybe it's just the way my brain works. But I feel like a lot of training sessions, a lot of manufacturers will steer away from comparing, steer away from telling you what the real differences are. And I hated that. I'm like, don't beat around the bush. Tell me what the differences are. Compare it. Say the brand, or say the letter of the brand, right? I get that. But don't leave it to this gray area. Like, tell me why your brand is better. Be specific about it so that as a salesperson, when I go into the floor and start to sell, I can be specific about it to really drive the point home to why your brand is special. So, I don't know, lean more into the comparisons and get deep on it. Tell me why you have a 0.5 higher cubic footage than this other brand and why it matters. I like the comparison. I like to know why your brand is better than the next. So, yeah.
So trainers, you need to bone up on the competitors, who the competitors are and those products, because that's huge. Because like you said, if they don't take that step, then that means you have to, or worse off, the consumer does, because it's going to happen. Someone's going to do a comparison. And if the trainers do the comparison for you, they control the message. And that would be huge. And I also like that last thing that you just quickly said, and why it matters. We would get a lot of training on this is this size, this fits this does that. Okay, but why does that matter? Why would a customer care? So if you can give why it matters, I know that would help me a ton too.
Yeah. I mean, I think those trainers, Should spend time in dealer showrooms, a lot more time in dealer showrooms. They should know the competition. They should know why the competition stands out. They should know, why does everybody want a Miele coffee maker? Dive into the details and understand it, because until you can do that and then show what your product is doing that's better, or what feature's better, or what feature stands out, then, I think you're going to miss out on some sales.
Huge. What a great tip.